Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor by 2003, this one car had taken over America's police fleets. Almost 85% of every patrol vehicle on the road was a Crown Victoria. One model, nearly the entire country. Cops didn't love it because it was fast or flashy. They loved it for the dumbest, best reason ever. It simply refused to die. Rear-wheel drive, a bulletproof 4.6-liter V8, and a body-on-frame chassis borrowed from off-road trucks meant this thing could fly over curbs, survive pit maneuvers, and rack up 300,000 miles without breaking a sweat. Parts were everywhere, repairs were dirt cheap, and the trunk held a small armory. The back seat was molded plastic so officers could hose it out after a rough arrest. Ford pulled the plug in 2011, but the LA County Sheriff stockpiled over 600 units rather than let go. Subscribe, because this fleet gets a lot stranger from here. Dodge Charger Pursuit. Few cop cars have ever embarrassed a fleeing driver quite like this one. The Charger Pursuit packed a 5.7-liter Hemi V8 pumping out 370 horsepower. Michigan State Police clocked it at 152 miles per hour, making it the fastest pursuit sedan in America for nearly a decade. The real surprise was the handling. It set the quickest lap time those tests had ever recorded, so it could chase you through corners, not just down a straight highway. When Dodge ended production in 2023, the rest of the industry had already gone all in on SUVs. The Charger took its final bow as the last muscle car ever to wear a badge. Ford Police Interceptor Utility. The most common cop car in America right now isn't even a car. It's a Ford Explorer in disguise. Strip off the lights and decals, and it looks like something parked outside a soccer practice. But under the hood sits a 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6 pushing 400 horsepower, enough to hit 148 miles per hour and out-accelerate a V8 Charger. For years, it's held the title of fastest police vehicle in America. It's loaded with tech, too. A 250-amp alternator runs all the equipment. Police Perimeter Alert watches 270 degrees around the vehicle and locks the doors if someone creeps up. And the hybrid version saves fuel during the 60% of its life that cops spends just sitting there idling. Chevrolet Tahoe PPV. This is the SUV built specifically to ruin a fleeing driver's day. The Tahoe Police Pursuit vehicle is the only full-size pursuit-rated SUV in America. Under the hood sits a 5.3-liter V8 making 355 horsepower, and it borrows the rocker covers straight off the Camaro ZL1 to breathe better under load. It rides lower and tighter than the version sold at a dealership, with 6-piston Brembo brakes, a limited slip differential, and a heavy-duty cooling system. Chevy's built these since 1997, and departments love it for one reason. It can hit highway speed in a chase, then haul a squad and all their gear once it's over. Ford Mustang SSP. In the early 80s, the California Highway Patrol had a problem. Their sedans were too slow to catch anything quick, so Ford built them a cop car that could actually keep up. The Mustang SSP, short for Special Service Package, was a stripped-down 5.0-liter V8 Fox body Mustang built purely to chase. One Ford ad bragged that it chases Porsches for a living. It topped 140 miles per hour, came with heavy-duty cooling and electrical systems, and skipped the back seat entirely because it was never meant to haul anyone to jail. It just caught them. Around 15,000 were built between 1982 and 1993 for over 60 agencies. The Air Force even used a few to chase the U-2 spy plane down the runway during landings. Chevrolet Caprice 9C1. The king of American cop cars in the early 90s was a chunky Chevy hiding a serious secret under the hood. In 1994, Chevy dropped the LT1 V8 into the Caprice 9C1, an engine from the same family that powered the Corvette. It made 260 horsepower, topped 130 miles per hour, and dominated Michigan State Police testing for years. Officers loved it. Regular buyers didn't, and that was its downfall. Chevy axed the Caprice in 1996 once big sedans fell out of fashion, leaving departments scrambling. Today you can grab a retired zone for under 10 grand. A Corvette-engined sleeper wearing a grandpa suit. BMW R1200RT-P. Not every cop chasing you down the highway is in a car. Some are on a German motorcycle that costs more than the car. The BMW R1200RT-P is the police version of BMW's touring bike, and it's the most popular police motorcycle in the western United States. The California Highway Patrol, LAPD, and LA Sheriff all run it. Under the tank sits a 1,170cc boxer engine making around 125 horsepower, good for over 130 miles per hour. The clever bit is the speed lock. An officer pulls alongside a speeding car, matches its pace, taps a button, and the bike freezes that number on the display as proof. It also carries a second battery, just to run the lights and radio, so nothing dies while the engine idles at a scene. Lenko Bearcat. When a SWAT team needs to roll into gunfire and pull people out alive, this is what carries them. The Lenco Bearcat is an armored rescue vehicle built on a Ford F-550 truck chassis, wrapped in steel plate thick enough to stop a .50 caliber round and ride out an explosion underneath it. It weighs nearly 9 tons, runs a 6.7-liter turbo diesel V8, carries up to 12 people, and still hits 90 miles per hour. Departments use it to reach hostages, evacuate the wounded, and shield officers during standoffs. It even comes in wild variants, including a medical evacuation version and a firefighting one. Since 2001, more than 5,000 have been built and shipped to over 40 countries, each one running around $190,000 to $300,000. Airbus H125 AStar. When a chase goes wrong on the ground, the eye in the sky is almost always this helicopter. Known in America as the AStar and originally the Eurocopter AS350, it's the most popular police helicopter in the United States. The Lapt alone runs a fleet of them, patrolling the city from above day and night. A single turbine engine pushes it to about 150 miles per hour, and the real magic is the gear bolted underneath. A thermal camera spots a suspect's body heat in total darkness. A spotlight punches down bright enough to read a license plate from the air, and a downlink streams live video straight to officers on the ground. It can't make an arrest, but it makes sure nobody slips away unseen. Police boat crime doesn't stay on dry land, so neither do the police. Marine units patrol the harbors, rivers, and coastlines that no patrol car can reach. The Nippity Harbor Unit goes all the way back to 1858, when officers chased pirates in rowboats. Today it runs around 30 vessels, some bulletproof, some self-righting if they flip, and a few even carrying radiation detectors to scan for dirty bombs near bridges. The fastest ones top 40 knots. That's quick enough to run down a fleeing jet ski. Police drone, the newest tool in American policing, doesn't have a driver, an engine, or even a seat. Just lifts off the roof of the station and flies straight to the call. It's called Drone as First Responder, and by 2024, over 50 U.S. departments were running it. When a 911 call comes in, a small drone launches and reaches the scene first, beaming live video to officers still on their way. Most departments fly the DJI Matrice, a compact quadcopter with a thermal camera, huge zoom, and around 55 minutes of airtime. The results are real. In Las Vegas, drones located suspects in 169 incidents and helped lead to nearly 400 arrests in 8 months. A flying camera that shows up before the first patrol car even turns the corner. That's the full American police fleet, from muscle cars to machines that fly themselves. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next.